Welcome to the lecture series on TE 326, which is electrical maintenance and repairs. Our lectures for this moment is going to be on electrical workshop safety. Now, workshop safety is all about ensuring that we take care of all our electrical machines and equipment so that we safeguard not only the life of the individuals but also the nature of the machines from all forms of damage. Now I want to start with a safe induction, and the instruction I'm going to give you for this particular lecture series on electrical safety is that I want you to write down some instructional safety guide on electrical machines or a newly purchased electrical appliances. In other words, what I expect from you is what are those instructions, safety instructions that you normally see on a newly purchased electrical appliance or electrical machine? I want to believe that you are very familiar with the fact that for every electrical machine, there is usually instructions that are given on how to safeguard the property. Now, let us look at some instructional safety guides. And then you now compare it with what you have. Some of the instructional safety guides I want to present to you are: 1. Do not immerse these appliances or machine in water. Do not install the machine unless you have been trained to do so. You should be familiar with the start and stop switches. Do not apply wet hands to handle the machine. Operate the machine or appliances with the correct voltage rating. And above all, for every electrical machine or electrical appliances, you must obey all the instructions on the machine. Now, workshop safety. In our workshops and generally in all industrial organizations, safety precautions and procedure regarding engineering and in particular electrical electronics equipment is of utmost importance. Now, why must we safeguard our machines, or why do we need safety? Now, safety is essential in order to prevent all forms of accidental work. It is also essential to safeguard the life of the personnel working within the vicinity of the machines as well as the machines themselves. In most industries and workshops, regulations plus the cost of practice and general safety precautions are usually conspicuously displayed within the premises. Now, let us look at some major areas of safety requirements in our workshop. There are some areas that we expect you to take particular safety measures in every workshop. And some of these areas include your own personal safety, the hand tools, your machine tools, the working space, and the general handling of these machines as well as the personnel. Now, I want to look at some of these major areas and see what are those safety requirements that are expected in each of them. Let's start with the first one. With respect to personal safety, there is this code that is usually common, which we call the ABC of safety. ABC simply implies always be careful. So you should always ensure that as a personnel in the workshop, you must always be careful. Above all, let's look at the modes of dressing, because we are talking about the personal safety. And the mode of dressing in the workshop, as well as the appearance of the technicians and other personnel coming into the visit of the machine, is very, very important. What are those sorts of working clothes that are required? You refer to wear safe working clothes. That is just recommended standard overall are what you should always wear to the workshop. Hence, flying gowns, our traditional flying gowns should be discouraged. Now, wearing of apparels like rings, bracelets, loose ties, chains, etc. are not advisable as they can easily cause accident by entangling with rotating machines. Now, for the protection of the face, we expect that eye goggles, such as those that will cover the entire face, should be worn, especially where drilling machines are used. Then shoes, of course, should be such that they can effectively protect your feet, and slippers and other open sandals should be discouraged. Now let us look at our hand tools. One of the most important safety measures which we always have to remember as far as the issue of hand tools is concerned is the fact that we should always use the right tool for the right job. In other words, avoid using, for instance, tools like screwdrivers to serve as your hammers. or probably using your own teeth to pick cables. You should always use the right tool. For instance, to cut the pick to pick cables, you should use the right tool, which is the cutter. Now, do not use files, hammers, or for other similar tools without their handles. Now, all hand tools must be cleaned after use, and they should be returned in their packets to their rightful shelves or drawers. Now, chippings and chiselings, when is going to be done in the workshop, must always be done while you are facing towards the wall. Now, let us look at the machine tools. The first and most important safety measures as far as machine tools is concerned is the fact that you should never ever attempt to use any machine or tools until you have been trained to do so or to use it. Similarly, it is also very wise to find out where the master switch is located so that it can be switched off in case of emergency. Above all, you should be familiar with the start and stop switches on any machine tool. Similarly, it is wise to know all the protective devices on any machine tool, their positions and functions in case of any emergency. Now let us look at aspects of working space. Adequate working space must be provided in the workshop, the laboratories, or even in the industry. There should, of course, be enough space between the machines, especially where revolving parts are involved. This is to effect repairs and also ensure that we don't get entangled with revolving parts of the machine. Similarly, inadequate working space can be dangerous for work as in the case of accidents. Now let us look at the general handling. All moving or revolving parts of machines must be provided with guards like protective screen or shields. The guards for drilling machines, sewing machines should be removed for maintenance and repair purpose, in which case they should be replaced immediately after. Above all, we should always isolate the power supply before fixing belts on machine. Now, at the end of this topic, we're going to take some questions by way of evaluation. And the first question is, why is safety necessary for electrical appliances? 2. Mention any 3 instructional safety guides on a newly purchased machine or electrical appliances. Then lastly, I expect you to write for me any 3 safety rules with respect to machine tools, hand tools, and working space. Now, before we round up this lecture, let us look at our topic from the beginning by way of wrapping up it for presentation for today. Now, safety precautions and procedure regarding engineering and in particular electronic equipment, we said is of utmost importance. It is essential for us to safeguard the life of the personnel that are working within the vicinity of the machine as well as the machine themselves. Above all, we must always obey all instructions to avoid accident. And the acronym ABC of safety should always be our watchword, and that is always be careful. I expect you to send the answers to the questions to my email, which is on the screen, adamujeba@gmail.com. Thank you.